In this video, I'm going to show you how to water pack your ditches using the heads in the zone you just installed. Kelly Staggs here, American Irrigator, trying to make you a better irrigator. Consider subscribing, that way you don't miss any tips. When you're in an open area and you don't have access to a hose or anything, but you've got your ditches here, you've got your heads already installed, there is a way to water pack your ditches. And I'm going to tell you what it is, and then I'm going to show you how we did it. Now what we did, we installed our pipes, got them all in, then we filled in our ditch, but not all the way up. We left it down about 4 inches or so. So fill it up at least halfway with dirt, maybe a little bit above half, but leave it down at least 4 or 5 inches from the top there. And so once you get your dirt in, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go back to each one of your heads. And these are rotors. We've got the Falcons, Rainbird Falcons 6504s. We're gonna take the stem, the middle part out. And so when we do that, it's gonna be open at every single spot that there's a head. And then we go turn our valve on, but we're not gonna turn it on all the way. We're just gonna, I've got a ball valve before every valve. So I'm gonna open up the valve. I'm gonna turn that ball valve to where it's, maybe a quarter open, not even halfway open, but enough to where that water is bubbling out of each head. And so when it does that and you've got your ditch, the dirt not filled up, that water is gonna go and it's gonna end up filling up all of the ditch. And so after you let it do that for a while and fill up to where maybe it's running over in some areas, then go ahead and shut it off, put all the stems of your heads back in, screw them on, get them all packed back the way you like it. Then you can fill the ditch with the rest of the dirt that's there, drive over it, stomp it down with your foot, however you want to do it, but then pack that dirt back in there. Let me show you a little bit about what I'm talking about. What we've done, we've got our heads in there, we've got them set to the height that we want them, and then we've got our ditch filled in, not all the way. We left it down about 4 inches or so. Then what you're going to want to do is just come up to each head, unscrew it, and take the center part out, the stem and the spring and all that, and then get you a box, throw it in your box. But now you've got this head that is open now, so when we turn it on, it's going to bubble up right here, and then it's going to run down in your ditch, and we're going to fill our ditch full of water, and that's how we're going to water pack. But this is about the amount of water I've got coming out of it. It seems to work pretty good. You know, that's the first head, this is the second. So not as much water's coming out of it, but you can see it's coming out of there and it's filling up the ditch. So we're just gonna let this run for a little bit, and I'm gonna go through with a shovel and maybe kind of shovel and get it to back up in certain areas and fill it up. But this is a good way to do it. Good way to water pack your ditches when you don't have access to any kind of other water other than the water you've got tied to your zone. So smaller to medium-sized job, I would still make me a water packer and go down the ditch and water pack it just like we usually do. But for right now, here, this is actually working really good.